How'd it go?
I thought it was pretty good. I have to watch the film to see the execution part of it, but enthusiasm was good. The effort was pretty good, which is what you'd expect. But I think this team will have a little chip on their shoulder. They should. I think we all do, and I like their attitude after one practice, if that means anything.
Defense sure had high energy. What do you think of the first day?
Yeah, the defense had high energy all spring. They're being aggressive. Again, there's a lot to learn, and I don't. It's not coach speak, but I don't know who the guys are going to be on defense. I'm looking for 20 to 25 guys. I have no idea right now. I don't know if the defensive coaches have any idea yet, but that's okay. It's going to be really competitive the next 2.5 weeks for us.
Did you spend more time watching the defense for practice today than normally?
No, not really. I always do a little bit more. My thing today was not as much scheme-wise on each side. It was more effort. I'm kind of like the effort coach too. So I yelled at all of them, including the coaches. But I think they just laugh at me when I do that. But they, the guys, I think they got a lot of pride, and we were embarrassed at times last year in all three phases. And we did well at times, but it's a new year and a fresh start for everybody.
What are you looking for out of the quarterbacks these first few days, especially?
Well, more than anything, just running the offense and making the right decisions. There was a lot of mistakes today, but I thought we threw the ball pretty well, ran around well. Certainly, when your quarterbacks all have the ability to run like ours do, and you're in a tag situation, that limits you a little bit, but. We're gonna put a little bit more in too offensively. We're gonna challenge them mentally, and I'm gonna put it on the coaches and make sure they teach it to the players.
How have you seen Anu respond to this job being open again?
I think the same as always. I don't know if it's a big revelation to our guys that we make guys compete for starting jobs. I've never believed in giving a guy a position, and I think Anu knows he's good enough to win with, but he's got to play better and more than anything stay healthy, and he's done that. He's had a good summer. And he had a good practice today, but Brandon Dawkins is a competitor too. So I think it's a good situation. I see it all as positive.
Do you have a timetable in mind for when you're going to make the call at quarterback?
What time's the game?
It's like
7:30, 8:30.
It's a late one. 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah.
I'd say by 7:29, I better have a decision, and I may tell him at 7:25. Seriously, even if I didn't know, why would I tell anybody? But they usually know. They can figure out who's winning the job if they do. I hope they both win.
In terms of installing the defense, is it little by little now each day?
Yeah, we're pretty aggressive with that installation as well. Again, it's more of a matter of execution than what schemes we're doing. And they're facing a lot of stuff on offense too that they may not see throughout the year. But again, I'm going to challenge our coaches. I'm going to challenge our players to adapt the new scheme and coach it the right way, and I think they will.
Is there anything about this defensive staff that surprised you today in practice?
No, but I had them, and it just as I saw it in the spring, so I could see their personality. And part of it, again, I've said it a couple of times. When I hired the guys, I didn't hire a scheme so much as I hired personalities and attitudes, and there's some young, youthful energy there, but. And they all have to have thick skin because we all are critical of each other, me especially on them when we watch film. And they responded really well. They got a lot of pride in what they're doing. They're very good coaches, but we had good coaches here before. I just think the players need to respond to our new type of attitude defensively. So far, after 15 practices in the spring and one in the fall, it's been good.
What about Sean Poindexter, who caught your eye?
6'6" or 6'7". That's the first thing. And then he's athletic too. He was a volleyball player. He's kind of a late bloomer, maybe so to speak, but he's a sharp guy. And we didn't sign him to redshirt him. He's coming out of a JC, and he's got the physical ability right now, and he did some good stuff today.
Do you like what you see out of him and Zach Benjamin?
Yeah, Zach is. We're trying to work. I think he should be eligible. I think it's ridiculous that he walks on here. And we have to go through an appeal process to see him get eligible, because if he's eligible, he'll probably be able to help us. If not, he'll have to sit in redshirt a year. But, he's walking on and paying his own way. And I think, when you do that, you ought to be able to be able to transfer. So all this student-athlete welfare stuff, why would you not let a guy pay his own way and be eligible if he's willing to do that?
So you haven't gotten official word on him or anything?
No, not yet. We're gonna have to appeal and put a waiver in, but I'm just, without knowing all the things that the NCAA thinks about. A guy walked on, is paying his own way out of state, big tuition, to be at Arizona, and it is a good situation for him. And we've got to file a waiver and hope that they clear him to be eligible. Come on.
Consider Dick Wilson to be full go. Is he going to be going?
Yeah, he's full go.
When you look back at his injuries over the past couple of years, do you chalk that up to bad luck, or is there something that he can do
More than
differently?
anything, yeah. I think sometimes he seeks contact out, and once in a while I say, listen, you don't have to try to run over people. You can run around them, and he's a fast guy, but he's a tough guy. And we kept him limited in the spring, and we really got him and Orlando Bradford, two experienced guys back there, and I hope we keep them both healthy.
What is Keenan Walker's status as of right now?
He's walking around, getting healthy. I knew couldn't go 5 minutes without asking an injury question, but no, it's an injury thing.
It's an injury thing.
And well, I say it's an injury thing and some internal discipline too. So he's not in camp, and I can't tell you if he's going to be in camp. Right now, he's walking around with the strength coaches and the trainers, getting to know them on a good basis.
What about Kahi Nevis?
He's finished up a class, and he will be back Saturday. The other guy's not here today is John Kenny. He was at a funeral, had a family funeral he had to go to, and he'll be back. Kai may be back not till Monday, and John Kenny will be back Saturday.
Is Tellis Jones full go after missing this entire spring?
Yep, good to go.
Are you counting down the days to 2029 Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should start game planning. Oh, that poor sucker that's going to be the next coach is probably going to play them. I might schedule Alabama in 29 and maybe do a home series with Clemson. Why not? You know what I mean? It's this challenging stuff. But yeah, I forgot we had scheduled that day. It'd be a good intersectional game for somebody.
How seriously do you take the first coaches poll? Could be voted.
Was it out today?
Yeah. How serious do you take your own ballot?
I did.
Did you do it?
I didn't do this first one. I approved it. I had a staffer that did it, but he's done it for me before, and he's very knowledgeable. In fact, more knowledgeable than I am, and he always gets my rubber stamp on it. Now, the last couple that are published, we'll meet for a couple hours on it. This one I've met for 15 seconds, no, maybe 30 seconds on it with him. So that's how much I thought of the first poll. I don't think we should have a poll until October myself, but it's fun. It's fun for the fans and fun for you all to put it in there. It takes up about some space on the page, so it's good.
What are your thoughts on the new cold tub?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. We're working out the kinks temperature-wise. I think one's at 60, the other one's at 45, and it'd probably be sitting in those old tin metal tubs. But it's PCS level, big time cold tubs. You guys are welcome to go in there anytime.
Have you tried it out?
I have not tried that one out yet. I did the old ones, and I was as stupid as I was. Players didn't tell me. I took my socks off, and so I almost got frostbite. You're supposed to leave your socks on. So as you noticed, you also notice we are a full-service program, and we even give them flip-flops so they don't have to walk across the street in their socks and ruin their socks. So this is, big time. Our managing staff thinks of everything. But yeah, they got flip-flops. No, we're not holding hands and singing Kumbaya and having all the spa music and stuff going on. But other than that,